Unexplained lights in the skies, haunting screams in abandoned asylums, people disappearing into thin air, whispers of encounters that chill you to the bone. Are they just myths, or is there something more? I'm Austin, and these are the Spook Files. On the Spook Files, we explore the unexplained, the conspiracies that keep you up at night, the disappearances that defy logic. After the heartbreaking story of Garrett Bardsley, we turn to a missing 411 case with a twist. The victim was found alive, but the strange tale of Stephen Rowan Griffin raises more questions than answers. Picture this: October 2010, New Hampshire. 2-year-old Stephen Rowan Griffin, who goes by the name Rowan, full of life, plays with other children at his grandmother's rural home. Then vanishes. Nowhere to be seen. The last sight of him chasing a cat around the property. But no one knows where he is. His frantic family searches, but when they are unable to find him, they call the authorities, and the search intensifies. Police and game wardens flock to the scene to begin an investigation. Many volunteers attempt to help out as well, but most are turned away. Day turns into night, and temperatures drop below freezing. Time was not on their side when it came to the search for the young toddler. Finally, at 1:40 a.m., a single heartbreaking clue: a tiny shoe. While many may see this as a horrific sign that something could have happened to young Rowan, determined family friends saw this as a sign of hope and continued the search, venturing where others hadn't. 20 minutes later, 3 miles away from where he was last seen, a faint sound pierces the darkness. A tiny cry. They call out Rowan's name, and a small voice cries back, asking for his mom. Deep within a swamp, rescuers find Rowan, terrified, shaking, his lips blue, but miraculously alive, and otherwise well. He clings to a tree in the swamp waters that would have easily drowned him. Reunited with his family, happiness, safety, and warmth returns. But the mystery still lingers. How did a toddler traverse 3 miles of harsh wilderness into the middle of a swamp? How was he found clinging to a tree, surrounded by waters that would have been over his head had he tried to walk in them? And how was he reportedly found bone dry? There is also the presence of the missing clothing, a hallmark of missing 411 cases. While a toddler missing a shoe is by no means a special occurrence, Rowan's sweatshirt was also missing, and when asked about it, he was unable to provide many details, but was able to say that his sweatshirt ended up high in the trees. One would wonder how this sweatshirt could end up high in the trees when a toddler is the one who is wearing it. Unfortunately, we may never know. The sweatshirt was never found. But of course, I do have to imagine, once Rowan was home safe, his family really didn't care about that sweatshirt. Finally, there is one detail one piece of the puzzle that makes sense to no one involved, and, in my opinion, also provides a bit of levity to the case. Apparently, when asked why he wandered so far from home, he said it was because the cow scared him. Now, this statement is weird given that there were no cows anywhere near this location, and this swampy, wooded landscape would not be a location where cows would roam. Now, I have to admit, I find this detail very funny for some reason. And thankfully, since Rowan was found safe, I do think it is fine to find some levity in this part of the story. Still, it is undetermined what Rowan meant by this. Most agree he probably misidentified an animal as a cow or saw an animal he did not know the word for, but looked closest to a cow. But the question remains, what animal would look like a cow in the swampy woods of New Hampshire? While Rowan's safe return offers relief, the circumstances of his disappearance align unsettlingly with the hallmarks of missing 411 cases. Could something unexplainable have been at play that night? Or can this strange tale be pieced together as just a toddler wandering away from his family? The mystery of Rowan Griffin's disappearance and survival remains. Today, Rowan would be around 16 years old and most likely has very little or no memory of his strange disappearance. But what do you think happened in those New Hampshire woods? Let me know in the comments down below. And remember, sometimes the truth is stranger than fiction. The world is a strange and mysterious place. What we encounter tonight serves as a reminder. There's more to this reality than we understand. Keep your eyes open, question the shadows, and remember, the truth may be closer than you think. Until next time, stay curious, stay spooky, and good night.